When we carry guilt and fear, it feels like we are dragging invisible chains with us. These emotions have the power to weigh us down, to keep us stuck in places we no longer want to be. But here's something I want you to understand. Guilt and fear are not permanent fixtures in your life. They are emotions, and like all emotions, they are transient. They don't have to define you or your experiences. You have the power to release them right now if you choose. The first step in overcoming guilt and fear is recognizing where they stem from. Guilt often arises from our perception that we've done something wrong, that we've hurt someone or made a mistake. Fear, on the other hand, comes from anticipating pain or loss, from believing that something bad might happen in the future. Both emotions are tied to judgment of the past and anxiety about the future. But here's the truth. The past is gone and the future hasn't arrived. The only moment that truly matters is the one you are living in right now. In this moment, I invite you to release the need to hold on to guilt. Forgive yourself for whatever you think you've done wrong. We are all learning. Every action, every choice you've made was part of your journey. You did the best you could with the knowledge and awareness you had at the time. And now you can choose differently. Forgiveness doesn't mean condoning the behavior. It means letting go of the heavy burden you've been carrying. It means allowing yourself to move forward with a lighter heart. Fear, too, can be overcome by staying present. So much of our fear is tied to what we imagine might happen. But the future is not here. When we center ourselves in the present, fear loses its grip. Right here, right now, you are safe. Right here, right now, you have the power to make new choices, to change your perspective, and to shift your energy. One of the most powerful tools to release guilt and fear is affirmation. The words you speak and think have incredible power. When you find yourself caught in the cycle of guilt or fear, pause. Take a deep breath and speak words that remind you of your truth. Say to yourself, I am deserving of forgiveness. I am safe at this moment. I release all guilt and fear. I trust the process of life to support me. These simple affirmations, when repeated consistently, will begin to shift your inner dialogue. They replace self-criticism and worry with love and trust. Another key to overcoming guilt and fear is self-compassion. Be gentle with yourself. Too often we are our own harshest critics. We beat ourselves up for every perceived mistake, and we allow fear to dictate our choices. But when we approach ourselves with kindness, when we acknowledge our humanity, we begin to heal. Instead of asking, what did I do wrong? Ask, what can I learn from this? Instead of focusing on what might go wrong, focus on what is possible. Shift from criticism to curiosity, from fear to trust. I also want you to consider the role that your past conditioning plays in your experience of guilt and fear. From a very young age, many of us are taught to feel guilty when we don't meet others' expectations, or we're taught to fear consequences if we step out of line. These beliefs ingrained in us shape how we view ourselves in the world. But as adults, we can challenge these old beliefs. We can ask ourselves, is this guilt or fear really serving me? Is it helping me grow, or is it holding me back? The answer is often clear. It's time to rewrite the script. You are not the sum of your past mistakes or your future worries. You are a vibrant, evolving being who has the right to live free from the weight of guilt and fear. Meditation is another powerful practice for overcoming guilt and fear. When you quiet your mind and tune into your breath, you become present. In that stillness, you can observe your thoughts without attaching to them. You might notice the guilt or fear arise, but instead of letting it control you, you simply acknowledge it and let it pass. Over time, this practice of mindfulness helps you create space between yourself and your emotions. You realize that you are not guilty. You are not your fear. You are the observer, the witness, and you have the power to choose how you respond. In addition to meditation, consider connecting with your inner child. Guilt and fear often stem from wounds we experienced in childhood. Perhaps you were made to feel guilty for expressing yourself, or you were taught to fear failure or rejection. By reconnecting with that younger version of yourself, you can offer the love and reassurance that you may not have received at the time. Visualize yourself as a child and imagine wrapping that child in a warm, loving thought. Tell them, you are safe. You are loved. It's okay to let go of guilt and fear. You are free to be yourself. This practice can be incredibly healing, as it allows you to release the old patterns that have been holding you back. As you continue on your path to emotional freedom, it's important to recognize the subtle ways in which guilt and fear can manifest in your life. These emotions don't always present themselves in dramatic ways. Sometimes they linger quietly in the background, influencing your decisions without you even realizing it. They can show up in your relationships, your career choices, or even in how you treat yourself on a daily basis. It's crucial to develop an awareness of these patterns and how they might be affecting you. By doing so, you empower yourself to make conscious choices that align with your true desires, rather than being driven by hidden fears or feelings of unworthiness. Another key aspect of releasing guilt and fear is learning to trust yourself. When you've spent years doubting your decisions or feeling guilty for things outside of your control, it's easy to lose that inner connection to your own intuition. But know this, your inner voice is always there, waiting to guide you. It's the part of you that knows what is best, even when the outer world feels chaotic or uncertain. Take time to tune into that voice. Trust that you have the wisdom within to navigate any situation that comes your way, without the need for guilt or fear to shape your actions. In moments of doubt, consider where your focus is directed. Fear thrives on uncertainty and the unknown, while guilt feeds on past regrets. But your power lies in the present, in this very moment where everything is possible. Instead of focusing on what went wrong in the past or what might happen in the future, shift your attention to what you can do right now. Even the smallest positive action, whether it's offering yourself kindness, choosing a healthier thought, or taking one step toward a goal, can disrupt the cycle of guilt and fear. By doing this consistently, you build new habits that are grounded in self-compassion and empowerment. Moreover, it's vital to surround yourself with uplifting influences, whether that's through the people in your life, the books you read, or the content you consume. Ensure that your environment supports your growth. When you're working to overcome guilt and fear, being in spaces that encourage love, understanding, and positivity makes a profound difference. You deserve to be in environments that nurture your well-being and inspire you to be your best self. Note, overcoming guilt and fear is not about denying these emotions or pretending they don't exist. It's about acknowledging them, understanding where they come from, and choosing to release them. It's about recognizing that you are always in control of your emotional experience. You are not at the mercy of guilt or fear. You are the creator of your reality. Let's talk about the importance of self-acceptance. When you accept yourself fully, without judgment, guilt and fear begin to dissolve. So often we carry guilt because we believe we are not enough. We fear the future because we doubt our ability to handle what's to come. But when you truly accept yourself, flaws, mistakes, and all, you step into your power. You realize that you are enough, just as you are. You realize that no matter what happens, you have the strength and resilience to navigate it. Self-acceptance is the foundation of emotional freedom. If you find yourself struggling with guilt or fear, reach out for support. You don't have to navigate these emotions alone. Whether it's a trusted friend, a counselor, or a spiritual guide, sharing your feelings can help you release them. Sometimes simply speaking your truth out loud is enough to lift the weight. You are not a burden, and you deserve to be supported as you heal. As we bring this message to a close, I want to leave you with one final thought. Guilt and fear are emotions, but they do not define you. You are so much more than these passing feelings. You are a being of love, light, and infinite potential. When you release guilt and fear, you make space for joy, peace, and abundance to flow into your life. And note, this is a practice. Each time you choose love over guilt, trust over fear, you strengthen your connection to your true self. You are capable of living free from guilt and fear. You are deserving of peace and happiness. And in this moment, you can choose to release anything that no longer serves you. Take a deep breath and let it go. All is well. As you move forward, it's essential to recognize the immense power within you to create change. Every day is an opportunity to choose new thoughts, release old patterns, and step into a space of peace and self-awareness. The tools shared today are not only valuable for immediate relief, but are also lifelong practices that you can return to whenever needed. You don't have to carry the weight of guilt or fear any longer. They are not part of who you are at your core, and letting them go opens the door to a life filled with clarity and lightness. If this message has spoken to your heart, I invite you to continue on this path of self-discovery. Your growth and healing are limitless, and the possibilities in front of you are endless. The journey may not always be easy, but each small step brings more peace, more peace, more peace, more freedom, and more joy. Now, if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Your support is appreciated and helps bring this kind of content to more people who need it. If you'd like more insights and guidance, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the upcoming videos designed to empower you on your path. If this message resonated with you, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit the like button. It truly makes a difference. If you believe someone else could benefit from these words, share this video with them and encourage them to subscribe as well. The more we spread positivity, the better. And lastly, if you're ready for more content like this, subscribe now and make sure to turn on the notification bell so you're alerted whenever new videos are released. Your support is a blessing, and it helps this channel grow to continue providing guidance and inspiration for those seeking healing and transformation.